3 things that have been holding me back from my journey. 1, making decisions and agreeing with them. 2, feeling like I'm useless. 3, not being clear about what I'm visualizing. Today, I am clearing those 3 roadblocks. Decision making. What I realized is that when I say I'm going to do something, I actually feel resistance against that thing, and without noticing it, I then cause a resistance, which then either results in procrastination or a completely different result in my decision than I had hoped for. The second thing is always feeling that I'm not good enough and having to apologize for lots of things instead of actually feeling good about the things I do. Not recognizing the things I'm good for and good about. So I'm now making there's my daughter in the background. I'm now making a brag book where I talk about myself in the most positive and most respectful ways that support my new belief systems of I am useful and I am worthy and I am enough. Ignore the background. Okay? So what's the plan? The first thing is to get clear about the decisions that I'm making. Yeah, that's milk. No, leave it there, put it back. It's for breakfast. Yeah? First thing is to get clear about what I'm making decisions on. One decision that I made just before this video was to feel calm and have a good background to support a consistent flow in my videos along this course of this video, especially to support me as my daughter's running around in the background. Okay, and it feels good, even though a little bit conflicted. To resolve the decision problem, what you're going to do, you're going to go on a train. So, to resolve the decision issue, I'm going to be making at least one very clear decision that is going to help me to practice being clear about agreeing with my decision, my thoughts, and aligning my feelings with that decision. What is this going to do? This is going to help me. Oh, I've got flowers. Okay, so it's about thought, action, and feeling. Those are 3 things, and I'm going to do that with at least one thing that I deciding today. I make lots of decisions. I decided to make this video, I decided to put this music on, I decided to do some writing, I decided to do my workout today. Just going to make every day I'm just going to make one big decision, whatever it is, that is significant to me, that I can, and especially if it's challenging, that I can feel and decide that I'm going to do and agree with. The second thing that I'm going to do to combat is I'm going to combat the thought of not feeling good enough. So I'm going to have a brag book and I'm going to write every good thing about myself that is in it. Okay, I'm going to write and speak every good thing in that brag book over myself, and I'm going to literally brainwash myself with those ideas, those truths, So things that I actually do that are useful. And I watched Natanya Bravo's video for this because I was inspired by her to create this content that I'm speaking of right now. And she actually is suggesting to get some bragging, I don't know, to get some compliments and some feedback from other people. So 10 other people she suggests. But I know that in the past, lots of people have said to me, Sherelle, you're really good at this, you're really good at that, you do this, really great, da 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 da. But there's an internal conflict with that. And that's what I'm going to be combating. So I am going to be writing this myself, about myself. And it's going to give me confidence, and it's going to give me trust, self-trust. And that is what I'm after. So the third thing is that, what's the third thing? Is visualizing being successful at something. So that is going to be partnered with making a decision. So what I will be doing is slowing down. I'm going to spend 5 minutes deliberately to visualize taking an action. And I'm going to visualize the feeling and the experience, not just the feeling, but the experience after doing the thing. So that means seeing the whole visceral experience. So see, sight, hear, taste, touch, feel. What do I hear? What do I smell? What do I feel? What do I taste? What can I see? And I'm going to be going through that in my mind to visualize. And that will go for things like, I'm going to use that for possibly like my workshops. I'm going to use that for any projects that I do. I'm going to use it for my deadline. I don't want to call it deadlines. I was using it, trying to find a new word for a deadline that feels really positive, so that I can actually start speaking things into my life that feels positive. But yeah, I am going to be using it for that. So those are the 3 things that I'm going to be doing. And I'm actually going to be sharing that in these videos because it's going to help me to be held accountable in these videos. The decision making, the visualization, and the brag book, those 3 things are going to help me to start posting consistently on Instagram and stop procrastinating and stop feeling like it's too much, too hard. And it's going to also pair with like when I do my tapping, when I do my mirror work, when I do my self-talk, when I do my affirmations, and it's all going to start linking together. And then when I start taking the action and start feeling this confidence outside of doing my workout, I can then take the parallel feeling of knowing that my muscles have every capability of doing everything I can do, and I can start taking and transferring those feelings and the confidence I have in myself in that situation to every other situation of my life.
Open it.
Okay, Baba.
You can open it.
Okay, don't spin it, okay? Alright. That's Gigi's water. Okay, so that's my solution. Yeah? That's my solution. I don't care about where things seem to be right now. I just know that I am a problem solver. I am somebody who overcomes things easily. That's who I am. I've always been that kind of person. And even with the biggest issues in my life, they are nothing to me because I know that eventually they are going to become something that is just a little step over. And they are making me stronger every day. So every single moment that I'm in this process, I can feel myself growing in strength, in confidence, in self-trust, in self-worth, in balance. And I can feel myself moving in a direction that feels clear, that feels great. And I feel like my life of ease is coming towards me every single day. And I'm taking the actions deliberately and directly, full force, because I know that eventually this is just going to be natural for me. So what I'm saying to you is that if you are ever ever in a situation where you feel like you can't do something, I know that it is possible. We all know that it's possible. It's whether you are ready to leave the situation that you're in and step into a new situation. And that's where I am now. I decided I'm finished with the old and I'm stepping into a new clear direction of where I'm going and who I am being. Somebody who's capable, somebody who is strong, somebody who is assertive, who is a leader, who is appreciated, who feels appreciation, who has self-love, someone who is strong, someone who is active, someone who is a superhero. That is who I am, someone who is capable of changing the world through changing myself first. That's who I am. I've always been that person. I've always been that way. I've always been that person. And so this is just me living the life I've always been destined to live. So with that being said, today is day 19.
I remember the days when the weight was heavy on my chest, running in circles, never finding a moment to rest. But I shifted my vision and I reclaimed my crown. Built the kingdom of rhythm from the soles of the ground. 15 new faces in the beautiful light, expanding the family, making everything bright. I got a manager handling the daily routine, admin and instructors keeping the vision so clean. Just one day a week is all that I give, overseeing the magic while I actually live. Look at me now, I am stepping up high, manifestation written all across the sky. Money is flowing like a river so deep, promises kept that I intended to keep. Look at me now, see the glow on my face, walking in favor and moving in grace. Everything I touch turned into gold, a beautiful story that's finally told. Daily on the screen, showing the Delulu sprint, manifesting the life with the heavenly hint. My YouTube is flowing and the stories are real, sharing the journey in the way that I feel. The money machine is humming a sweet little song, in the background of a life where it always belongs. Making memories now with my baby and kin, because I remember the power within. No more of the hustle, no more of the strain, just the sunshine of joy after the rain. Look at me now, I am stepping up high, manifestation written all across the sky. Money is flowing like a river so deep, promises kept that I intended to keep. Look at me now, see the glow on my face, walking in favor and moving in grace. Everything I touch turned into gold, a beautiful story that's finally told. 7 times the numbers came calling my name, wealth for the family and a shift in the game. Singing sessions in motion, the spirit is free, exactly the person I was destined to be. Thank you Most High for the abundance you send. This is the beginning and not the end. Look at me now, I'm stepping up high, manifestation written all across the sky. Money is flowing like a river so deep, promises kept that I intended to keep. Look at me now, see the glow on my face, walking in favor and moving in grace. Everything I touch turned into gold, a beautiful story that's finally told. Yeah, we did it, we really did it. MF dance is the vibe and I'm with it. One day a week and the rest is for love, blessed from the earth to the heavens above. Yeah, yes, this is only the beginning.
I'm so grateful for you. I couldn't figure it out. What was the feeling? I couldn't find where was the button mountain for the light, the silence and agony, the space that tore the night, the time spent running and looking for a sign. But every road was empty, feeling nothing was aligned. Then I heard the distant echo sounding from this heart of mine. Now every voice is coming clearer, now a light breaking through. Now that I remember, I'm so grateful for you. I always wanted a brother, a cousin, a sister, an auntie, an uncle, a mother, a father just like you. Oh, oh. I always wanted a daughter, a husband, a friend, and a son, and a wife, and a mother, and father just like you. Oh, every piece will come together, every heart will find its place. Different stories, same direction, one reflection. Now we're standing face to face. Now and here, returning to sound. Let truth and healing lead home. Love and light abound. Now that I remember, I'm so grateful for you. Every voice feels so connected, every sound breaking through. I always wanted a brother, a cousin, a sister, an auntie, an uncle, a mother, a father just like you. Oh, oh. I always wanted a daughter, a husband, a friend, and a son, and a wife, and a mother, and father just like you. Oh, oh. And now we sing, and all our voices are unified. No more alone, every heart open wide. And now we sing like we were always meant to. One family in everything we choose. I always wanted a brother, a cousin, a sister, an auntie, an uncle, a mother, a father just like you. Oh, oh. I always wanted a daughter, a husband, a friend, and a son, and a wife, and a mother, and a father just like you. All our voices unified. We move. Oh, oh. Thank you, Most High. Oh, and so it is.
I stood within the fire, and I didn't feel the burn. Every heavy lesson was a page I had to turn. You showed me all the power that was hiding in my soul, taking every broken piece and making me feel whole. I'm standing in the light of the strength you gave to me, breaking every chain so I can finally be free. I'm ready for the shift and I'm ready for the move, walking in the rhythm with a heavenly groove. Oh, oh, oh. Thank you, Most High, for the mountain and the valley. Thank you for the grace when I'm walking down the alley. I'm deserving of the health and the wealth and the joy. Every single blessing is a tool I employ. Thank you for the money and the people and the ride. I'm living out my truth with the spirit as my guide. I'm the healer of the lineage, the one who breaks the curse, turning all the bitter things into a rhythmic verse. 3 businesses are blooming and they're growing in the sun. I'm the owner of the victory, the battle has been won. From Canary Wharf, I'm looking at the city view, driving in my RSD with everything brand new. 3 bedrooms of peace where the quiet waters flow, watching all the seeds of my heavy labor grow. Thank you, Most High, for the mountain and the valley. Thank you for the grace when I'm walking down the alley. I'm deserving of the health and the wealth and the joy. Every single blessing is a tool I employ. Thank you for the money and the people and the ride. I'm living out my truth with the spirit as my guide. I'm the bubbly extrovert, the wild daisy soul, taking back the narrative and taking back control. I'm the sexy, agile queen in the flow of every day. Dancing through the kitchen while the music starts to play. I'm the woman of integrity, the vibrant light of truth, carrying the wisdom with the fire of my youth. I enjoy the food I eat and the way my body moves, living in the frequency that everything improves. I am strong, I am capable, I am enough. I am rising higher when the road is getting rough. I am vibrant, I am confident, I am the one, walking in the glory till the setting of the sun. Thank you Most High for the mountain and the valley. Thank you for the grace when I'm walking down the alley. I'm deserving of the health and the wealth and the joy. Every single blessing is a tool I employ. Thank you for the money and the people and the ride. I'm living out my truth with the spirit as my guide.